Tech channel, I want to bring you the second part in my computer build for 2011. The parts we have today are basically the motherboard, our CPU, cooler, heatsink fan, and of course the actual processor itself. And these three things are, to me, the most essential part because it's the backbone of the computer, or the spine, whatever you want to call it, the brain, and kind of the thing that cools it off. So it's the main important parts of it. For the actual motherboard, we're going to be using the ASUS P7P55D. It's the LX series instead of the Pro. I was wanting the Pro, but then I got thinking about it. I'm not ever going to get two different video cards, so what's the sense in spending the extra money on it? And this thing is actually equipped with the actual true USB 3.0, so it's the faster USB connections. It has the true SATA 6 GB per second, so also the faster SATA connections for your, what I'll be using it for will be mainly my hard drive and etc. So that the fastest things that need to be moving will be moving at the ample speed. This also has the ability to go up to the DDR3 memory, the 2200 overclock RAM. We'll be putting there that we've done on part 1. If you didn't watch that, you need to go in annotation and click there. You can see part 1, but we'll be using the 1333 speed DDR3 memory. It also is equipped with the Turbo V system where you can actually overclock your CPU while in your operating system, and it also comes with the turbo key, which allows you to adjust the overclock in the BIOS depending on how many cores are being accessed at that time. And there's different things that also incorporated into it, like the MemOK, so that if something happens and your memory starts messing up, you can click the button and hit to kind of reset it to the default factory settings. And you can also speed up the actual rate at which your USB 3.0 and the SATA 6 GB per second will be running. So it's a very nice motherboard. I took the liberty to go ahead and take it out of everything, so this video will go along a lot quicker. This is more or less how the motherboard looks. Very, very nice looking motherboard with the blue, and I know it ain't chrome, but it looks like chrome in there, so it makes it look very nice. And the heatsink looks very nice as well. It's hard to get those anymore, so there's something plain, so it looks very nice. But this is going to be a very nice motherboard to work with. Now, the cooler I chose was the Thermaltake Frio. This exact heatsink in itself was rated in this past 2010, past 2011, has been rated like one of the top 3, and it's very, very heavy, and it does a very good job on cooling everything. Basically, some of the main features is it has dual fans, and those fans themselves, they're 12 centimeter fans. They are meant for a push and pull type system if you want to use both of them. I will be using both of them because I plan on overclocking and I need to get the most cooling possible. But the push-pull system works very well. It has 5 heat sinks running through it, so that you get the very, very good heat transfer away from your CPU. It's got a good black and red color, and I'll show you that just in a second. It's set up for all types of different socket sets. The LG 1366, the LGA 1156, the LGA 775, so the older type ones. The in the AMD sockets, it does the AM3, AM2 Plus, AM2. So just about all of the processor out there, this will fit and does a very good job at cooling it off. It only runs at 6 watts of input, so that's very nice as well. But it's rated very highly. Its life expectancy, they claim to be at 50,000 hours. That's at 40 degrees Celsius, and most of the time, unless you're overclocking a whole lot, you're not going to get that number. At least you shouldn't be. It's not good to get that number at all. So this is a very nice heatsink. I look forward to getting to plug it up and see what it's going to do. This is what it actually looks like, though. This is very, very interesting on how they build it. They have the nice little coverings. Both the fans, when they go in, there's a little bracket which you should be able to see here that snaps on and off, helps hold it in there and make sure the fan stays good and snug against the heatsink, so it gets more of the airflow as it comes through. The more air that flows through it, the more cooling it gets done to the CPU. So that's what the main important thing is. It has a very nice base here. A lot of people like the actual copper, just straight up copper, but this is a little bit of it. It has copper with some, if I'm not mistaken, a nickel coating, I believe what it is. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But we'll be using the Arctic Silver on here, and Arctic Silver 5. It's one of my most favorite ones, thermal paste to put on this. So we'll be using that later on in the building of this computer. The other fan is optional, so they do put it separately, but it looks very nice. So the actual processor we're using, like I already said, was the i7 875K. So it's unlocked. It has the ability to be overclocked in all the different ways. You don't have to just worry about the front bus. You can do all the different things you want to do with it to try to increase it and get the most out of it. Now this is a 2.83 gigahertz processor, or 2.93 gigahertz processor with 8 threads. So you got the hyper threading. You got your 4 physical cores and then your 4 hyper threaded cores. It's a, like we already said, LGA 1156 socket for those of you who are interested in maybe building something like this, the i7 series. It's a very, very nice processor to use. I actually personally was wanting the 2600K, but that's okay. It'll work out just fine. It won't be able to get the same amount of speed that I could overclock in the 2600K, but it's no big deal. This will do a very excellent job in this system for everything that I do. And of course, it's no big deal. I mean, nothing special. Look at this. It's just a normal, everyday CPU. A little bit of engraving on there, just tell you what it is. So nothing very, very particular about that. But that's basically it for now. Of course, your motherboard comes with the I/O panel. It comes with your SATA cables and your 6.0 SATA cables, so specifically with that. And of course, the thing that I never use, and don't know if anybody ever uses it, so whatever you do with that. And of course, it comes with the driver's disc. Throw that away. Real nice case badge. So everything here, though, we'll be putting in the computer here just in a little bit. And we'll be doing videos over that as well, so stay tuned for that. You can click the annotation above whenever that gets available and follow along with us there. So I hope you thought this was a little bit informative. It's not a real serious review, but it kind of gives you an overview of what's going on with this. And maybe if you want to do it yourself, you'll be able to build something like this in the future. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Leave me your thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see many of the games that I create with my new system, as well as some games I've made in the past with my older system. But stay tuned for more. Subscribe to me on TGN, follow me there as well, and you can also follow me on Machinima RAM now since I'm a director with them as well. Stay tuned for more. See y'all a little bit later.